Hello, Flosstube. Good morning. It is about 10:15 Thursday morning, September 2nd, 2021. I don't know what number Flosstube this is. It has been a while. My name is Amy Clarissa. I have Allegro Stitches, and I'm just going to get right into it. So much has been happening. It's been a really, really busy July and August. I fell behind on the ATCs, the artist trading cards. I was supposed to finish on the last day of August was Tuesday, I think, right? So a couple of days ago, I'm estimating I was about a week behind at that point. I made a couple of them up last night, which is why the video didn't get recorded last night, but I just wanted to have some stitch time. I got my sewing done earlier in the day. Lessons have started back up, and I didn't have a couple students earlier in the day, and so I was able to do sewing ahead of time. So I took an hour and a half or so to stitch last night, which was really, really nice. So video Thursday morning. Why not? Last time I recorded on Wednesday, but I think the video got put up on Thursday because it was the Autumn in Stars Hollow Black Needle Society digital retreat. That's a lot to remember. And so I was starting that and trying to edit photos in and all the things while I was doing the retreat, which went fine. It was great. It was 3 weeks ago now, so I don't remember a whole lot of the details, but I do win some prizes. I wrote down what should be coming from that, and I have the pieces that I worked on. It didn't quite go according to plan, but I have trouble switching projects every hour, even every 2 hours, and I'm just gonna have to rotate like I did with the Night Garden retreat. 2 pieces that fits the prompt, great. Use the piece you already had as a whip. Otherwise, work on the retreat piece. That worked great, and I kind of did that, and you'll see. Let's start with the artist trading cards though, because they're on top. They're little teeny tiny things. There's so many charts just for these little designs. It's really nice to be able to use the designs as they come out, though, right? The little freebies that you're so excited about and you print off and you file away and forget about for the next 5 years. At least that's what I hear happens. I haven't actually been stitching that one, but let's just go in there, okay? It's a great example. I did find some anchor floss. I can't remember if I found that right before the last video or if it was after that, or a lot has happened. A lot has happened. Freezers quit working. Daniel started school. Lessons have resumed. We got caribou. Louise and my husband. It's been processed. We're on the hunt for a new freezer. It's hunting season, so it's not a good time to be doing that. But anyway, back to the ATCs. Lots been going on. These are both from, and these are not in order because I don't know exactly which day I'm using them for. When I have a moment, I stitch. And I just have a little pile of charts that I work through, but I had to get this one. Sarah showed it to me, and there's some really good stuff in here. I'm not a Halloween stitcher, but there's a lot of stuff that's not Halloween in here. So I got this fabulous little paw print, which I've been wanting to do a paw print for my sister's birthday on the 15th. Oh yeah, and Meredith's finished too. I'll put a picture in here of when that's appropriate. I think she went over okay. I'm not really sure. Couldn't tell. But she loves animals, so I wanted to do a paw print for her birthday. So, of course, by the time the magazine came out, her birthday was well past. Her birthday was the middle of August. Yeah, a long time ago. So, now I have a paw print that I can finish for August 15th. And then this one, I tried doing a little stitching while my son was doing school. Probably not the best idea. It's a medallion, but it's it's not quite how it's supposed to be. As you probably have guessed, it should be equal and perfectly centered. I think the centering didn't turn out quite right. Oh well, whatever. It's gonna be fine. It's like I don't really want to take time to restitch that, so I didn't. It's part of the, in the back, I think, part of the stitch along, I guess they call it. That's a Christmas themed design. Maybe it's not in the back. I don't know. It's this one. Yeah, in the back, 64. So it's like a sampler, and it's one of those little things right over here. See, it's supposed to be all nicely centered and all those things. It's not, but it's fine. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish it, but it's going to be fine. Like, I don't have time to take it out and redo it. So it's going to be fine. And these are both stitched with the Anchor Black. I think I started saying that and then, squirreled off on something else. So those are back, both from this book, or magazine. And then I've got, strips of things that need finished. So here we go. Let's work through them. First, these falling diamonds. The chart doesn't really match this at all. The chart is from Just Man. Yep. See? This is an old freebie, 1999. I mean, I was born, but I think that's the year I made my first quilt. So I just took these little diamonds, stacked them up, and made like a little falling diamond thing. Again, how will I finish this? I don't know, but it's done. It counted. Check. It took like 3 days to do this because, you know, I have so much stitching time. I don't. But anyway, turned out great. And that was a little freebie from Sarah that she got in a collection of things that somehow she acquired. This is also from Sarah. It's a sweet poetry design from, it doesn't say. Just another black and white little freebie thing. It's cute, right? How will I finish it? I don't know. But it's done. And I should be done with a big order for sewing this weekend. So actually, maybe today. If not today, tomorrow. So I can finish all these and then have all 100 do a parade. It's going to be so amazing once I get them finished. This didn't quite turn out right. I'm not sure what I was doing. Probably it was like bedtime, and I don't function well after 9 o'clock. It gets to 10 o'clock, I'm asleep. So it was probably between 9 and 10 o'clock, and I was trying to get some stitching done, and I messed it up. But it's fine. Like, it's fine. Whatever, whatever. And this is, I stitched it that way. It actually goes this way. A freebie from 97, Pamela Kellogg of Kitty Me Designs. Isn't that cute? Of course, I was saving time, so I didn't stitch the whole design. And I did pull a DMC thread out for this. The other ones, like this, I just picked whatever from this. This came with a piece of linen and all the threads, and of course the design. But I'm never going to stitch this. I picked it up as a freebie when I was at Keepsakes for an hour. December of 20, I think it was. And so I've just been using these threads for a bunch of stuff. Eventually I needed a new color, so I grabbed an orange, a DMC orange, and stitched that. And then I think I borrowed a thread from Tatty Teddy. This was part of a freebie by dailycrossstitch.com. The day before I stitched it, I think it was. I don't remember when that was. It's called Foliage Behind Bicycle. So it's supposed to be kicking up leaves. And I didn't do any of the leaves. Just did the bicycle, made it monochromatic because that's quicker and easier, and it's still adorable. So there we go. We have a bicycle. And then this last one, isn't this fun, having this weird piece of fabric with all these things on it. The last one, whoops, let's move this over here so I can see my next one, is called You're So Sweet by Violets and Verses. And I just stitched this little part up here. See? Isn't it cute? This was the day after the bicycle, so I grabbed that same gray to do the needle, and then the pink, I think, was in this. So, whatever colors those were, gotten really bad about writing the colors down. And it made for a little sweet, gonna be worked into a card somehow, a little sweet design. And that's this piece. I have another one. It's been a while. I should have a whole bunch. I have some. The next one is it's by Gwendolyn Shepherd for personal use only, 2020. It doesn't say where I got it from. Here's what I'm reading off of. It's a little pumpkin. And again, I was tired and I didn't even manage to stitch this pumpkin right. He's not quite that chubby. He's close. You can't really tell. See? Isn't he cute? Again, that orange. That's DMC orange. And then I think I just grabbed these couple stitches of brown as a little remnant piece, again, from what I was working on. In that kit, that has come in so handy. I still have a pile of threads that need put away from my last week or so when I was actually pulling out some oranges and grays and things for different colors, but overall it has saved me a lot of time. A lot of time. This one I do know where it's from. The printer was kind and printed this for me. It's having issues again now. It's probably also happened since the last video. Printer and the laptop decided they weren't talking to each other, so I'm trying to print off contracts for lessons and imported things, and it's like, no, I don't really want to print that. They did get back together. They're friends again, and then a couple days ago, they must have had another big fight, and I can't get them to work together anymore, but Oh well, hopefully that'll be fixed by the next video, which won't take 3 weeks to record. This is a freebie from Hands On Design. Love is kind. Not sure which year. Doesn't say. Looks like I blew it up a little bit. A lot. Because there should be like a finished picture over here and maybe other stuff. I just blew it up. So it was one piece and I could do it late at night. And again, this took at least 2 days. It shouldn't have. I know. They're tiny. But I don't have any stitching time. So, summer proved very, very busy. Alright, here's another little freebie that Sarah sent me from her box of yard sale goodness, or however she acquired that. Isn't that cute? I mean, for first day of school, this is by Cross-Eyed Cricket 1988. Okay, this one is older than me. And I just decided on the ABC in primary colors for my son's first day of school. Wasn't done on the first day of school, but you know. And maybe I started at his first day and then I think I finished it like Wednesday. So it was not his first day of school when it finished, but so cute. And I did grab the red, yellow, and blue DMC because I wanted those bright, bold primary colors, which were not. So I did use DMCs for those. Will I remember which ones? I don't know. This one I did recently enough I would remember what colors I used because I have them on the table. Like, write these down before you put them away. And I used Anchor Black for these next 3 because it was out. That's really why, because I didn't want to go find and floss drop and, you know, all the things for 310. So I just used the Anchor Black that was out. Picked my own melon colors because, you know, I just wanted to. This is another one from Sarah. Cricut collection from 95. Fabulous. So, yes, I've done the bird and I've done the watermelon, but I did them separately because that makes 2 cards. Yes, yes it does. So here's my adorable little watermelon, and then here's my bird. Now, 2 strands of Anchor Black, 2 strands of DMC Black actually was, you know, pushing it on this 36 count. 2 strands of Anchor Black, really pushing it. It's like distorting the fabric, but great coverage, right? We've got this little beak. It does stick out. It didn't on the chart. See how it's nice and flat? I like that it sticks out, but it's just because the fabric got distorted and I must have got something off somewhere and not even realized it. So, whatever. It's fine. I don't know how I'm going to be finishing like any of these. Just know that it needs done. Alright, this is for my first day of music lessons, which didn't get stitched that day, but that's what it's representing because summers are crazy, crazy busy. Whose bright idea was this challenge? Oh yeah, it was mine. So, they're the same. Yeah, I just pulled this off the wall. It's not actually attached to the wall. I just pulled it down and copied it. It's not like I'm selling it or anything. It's just for a little card. And I wanted this for my first day of music lessons. The notes. Should have done a single note, shouldn't I? That would have been quicker. Oh well, I really like this pair of 8th notes. So, good old Anchor Black. Very cute. And it's much more authentic when it's black. So, okay. Catching up. I'm catching up. I still have 4 more. I don't know how many I showed you. If you wanted to count, there you go. You can go back and count. I have a couple here from the retreat weekend. We had a couple of challenges and I was like, oh, I think I will do a card to fit that challenge. And I actually did that for a couple of them. I took penalty stitches for some. I didn't actually get the photo. My phone was acting up, and so there's one challenge where I took a starting photo and my phone didn't save it, and so I only had an ending photo. And there was another one where I took a starting photo and then I remembered like 30 some stitches in, did it take that photo? Because it was right after that. And no, it hadn't. So I got a late start photo and like my phone was being a brat and whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I never got a single thing for stitching challenges. I participated in every one and I didn't win anything from them. And I was also in a very quiet room. I guess I picked the wrong room to save and then access through the tablet. It was just like silence most of the time. I was in nice talkative groups Wednesday night and Thursday night, but the weekend felt like I was stitching up. Oh, I maybe got more done that way. So this was for stitch something with a deer for the episode. She's like, a deer hit me. So this is from an ornament issue, actually, the 2018 ornament issue, and I picked the companion to this guy. So yeah, I changed the colors, and we had an hour, so this is what I stitched in an hour, because I planned on the deer, and then since he didn't take an hour, I went and started doing the trees that are behind him, like the birchy trees, and that's what I got done in an hour. So done. 1 hour. I forget how many stitches he was. It's fine. Friends Forever. I think maybe this was started last time, or I told you about it last time. I don't remember. I thought maybe it was new, so I went ahead and pulled it out of my box of stuff that needs finished. Friends Forever is from Whimsical Cross Stitch. It is supposed to be much larger because it's intended to be stitched over 2. And I stitched it on 28 count over 1 so that it would fit on an ATC for the day of Sarah's birthday. So I love the whimsical font on this and how there's a heart for the V because, you know, I love hearts, and it's super, super cute. And then this is her favorite color of a fabric that I dye. So it's half teal, half aqua, red dyes. Yeah, super cute. Just a second. There we go. This one was also stitched during the retreat for a challenge. I left a little space here for a charm. This is a Lizzie Kate freebie. Give thanks. The prompt, forget why, but it needed to say thanks. Like, needed to include the word thanks. So there we go. And I did that in an hour. And I will put a little charm here. I have a little pumpkin charm that is orange. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. I have a little charm that'll fit there. Will look really, really cute. It's too long. You know, it'll get finished down. Hopefully this weekend we'll have time to finish everything. I can also make a video. Show you guys how to do these, and then we can do a swap. That would be so much fun. Now that I've, you know, really experienced, might as well do a swap. Last night I stitched one final card. See, grabbed a new piece. And stitched this cute. I've been seeing Halloween stuff everywhere. So I stitched this cute little design last night. And I was also really tired of stitching with black and these pastel colors, which I've used a lot. I still have more, but I've used them a lot. So I had also gotten this nice dark purple in Anchor, and I still had the orange out from the pumpkin and the leaf because, you know, I haven't put threads away in forever. So I stitched this little kind of quilt block star style design, and it is from the center of the Bat and Booze Free Stitch Along by Fat Quarter Shop. I can't show it to you because, like I said, the printer and the computer aren't speaking to each other right now, and it wouldn't print it off. So yeah, that's the center, part 4. No, part 3. The one before the border. Part 3. And I just, you know, did my own thing and made it 2 colors instead of, I think it was supposed to be 4 colors. Don't have time. But that stitched up really quickly and super cute. So I was trying to decide, because, you know, I have to decide where I'm going to position this on the fabric. So I thought maybe I'd put the band under here, like a ribbon band. I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it like as a patch, kind of like a little stamp thing. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out next time. I don't know if it will be next week or if it'll be 2 weeks. I hope to have some time to stitch and to sew something just fun, but there's no guarantee. And I was reminded why I don't make plans, because they just don't happen. So why bother making plans? Stitch what you want when you have time. So there you go. All right, what else did I work on during the retreat? Because that was the most recent event following the last video. I started with, what was the prompt? I put it here somewhere. I started with Miss Nettie's Needle Usefuls because it was a clothes dress. Clothes. Prompt was stitch on something with clothes. She is wearing clothes. She was all done. And most of this was done. I dyed this. This was probably my first or second dyeing adventure. And it turned out too dark. But everyone was like, oh, it'll lighten when it dries, right? It'll lighten. No, it didn't lighten. It's too dark. But you know what? Oh well. So I finished up this back panel here, minus 5 eyelets. And I think that was it. So I just finished those after the challenge ended. And there we go. Finished. It's a needlebook. And then there was extra here to be a fob and maybe just a fob. I don't remember. I have the original chart somewhere, but the working copy is all I kept in my bag. So changed all the colors. They're all DMC colors. Changed to put a 2020 here, and the cat on the spool I think was supposed to be the fob, and it's got purple in it, of course, because it's me. Hopefully I will have this finished next time, like fully finished. That would be cool. So I could not work on her on Saturday for the prompt that said stitch on something with hair. She was done, and I was not adding anything else to her. She's on 36 count linen. Like I said, I died. So I stitched on something else. I think I planned to stitch on Tatty Teddy maybe, and I never pulled Tatty Teddy out for the weekend because I didn't like switching projects so much. This also was kind of a failed plan. This is my bookmark from the retreat chart, which is a full coverage thing that I'll try to remember to put right here. And I just wanted to bookmark. I didn't want to do the whole thing. I'm not that into Gilmore Girls. It has kind of fond memories for me because when we had Netflix for that short time, I was preparing for my very first craft show. And I was going to give you the year. I don't remember what year I was. 18, 19, something like that. And I put the show on in the background. And I did really well at my first show. And so it just kind of all ties together and it makes happy memories for the show. I didn't want to stitch all of the things. I did not want to do a full coverage piece. I found this fabric that I had dyed. This is 18 count Ada, and it was like the exact color as was supposed to be this background, which is not stitched, but that's the color it would have been if it was stitched. So I stitched this in like 4 challenges, and then it was done. So all my plans to stitch this additional times, no, they didn't happen either. But there it is, copper boom, the gazebo, basket, stairs, and there's one place where I picked up the wrong color. I think it was here at the top of the stairs. And I realized and went, oops, oh well. I kept going. My most productive hour was when I was working on this and I did this roof. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This part was all DMC, so that was really nice. There are some overdyes in the rest of the design. I didn't have to worry about that. So I just stitched straight rows across and back over and over and did this whole roof in one challenge. It was just over 300 stitches. I was very proud of myself. So that went really well. What a beautiful bag. This is the thread keep from the Stitch Me that was in the Epic box. And Sambry Stitches sent it to me since. She didn't think she would ever use it, and I love my thread organizers, especially the wooden ones. Alright, this is the other one that I stitched on during the retreat. I think it's the only other one. Oh no, just kidding, there's one more. I actually started one, and I mentioned that I might, and I did. Here's the other whip that got progress during the retreat. All American, Primrose Cottage Stitches. What, Cordy? Oh, yes, I am. Okay, whew, that was scary. That has happened before. That is not fun to re-record. All right, so here we go. What did I do? That's a good question. I think I stitched blue, finished up white, got this R for the red. Yes, and the last time I worked on this, I was doing this quilt block. It's missing just a couple stitches down here, but I stitched this all in hand. That was, oh, that's another thing that's happened since the last video. We put a proper septic line, like power line in, so that we don't have extension cords running through the yard and up along the house. So we got that done, but we had to like dig a good trench for it, rent the equipment, dig a trench for it, have somebody come out and put the alarm in and the proper lines and all that stuff. So by the time we got that done, I was late starting the challenge, but I did a bunch of this and I was very proud of myself. I did it in hand and it looks great, and now I just need to finish this side and the bottom. So really good progress. I'd love to have this done by Labor Day. I don't know if that will happen. We will see. All right. Oh, I forgot I hadn't showed this to you. Okay, there's 2 more whips from the weekend. This one got stitched on for Love. I had to work on the appropriate block for the challenge. So Water, I had to work on this block. That's why it's like really random. Love, I had to work on this block because it actually says Love. Faith, why did I work on Faith? House, maybe? I don't remember. Oh, it's been too long. So this is where I am with my little sheep virtues. I will fill in all the sheep at the end. I have my own color palette. This is Monaco that came as antique white that I dyed with sandstone. I love that color. It's like my favorite. I'm kind of getting colors that I like and dye over and over. You'll see more of that in a minute. And then here's Aurora, which I mentioned as my new start a moment ago. It is not white. I don't know if you can tell. It's not white. And she's got a mess of things. And the organizer I used for her, like, it's cute. But I should have marked which side I used as number 1. Because when I went to stitch it, I kit this in April. So when I went to stitch it in August, I used the other side as number 1. And went whichever way is wrong. So I had to take out like half of what I'd done the first hour. And anyway, I think she's fine now. I kind of fixed her that Monday following the retreat. And so now I can just work on her. But that was a big mess. That's why she's got a little bit here and a little bit there. And because I was fixing and I'm like, okay, that's fixed. Now I can just park that and go back and fix this. And then, okay, park that. And so anyway, this is going to be the Aurora Figure by Abby Sue Designs. And she's lovely. She's the same designer as the Merida, which also turned out great. I should just insert that right here. I got that framed, of course, right before we went over to lunch on Friday, even though she was done for Wednesday's video. Did that right before Friday. Oh, well. I get things done. It's just, sometimes it's pushing it, because I have so many wonderful things I want to do, and don't really have time for them all. Okay, there's one thing I worked on. Teddy. He's in an online magazine, Cross Stitch Crazy, 2018, I think Christmas 2018. I wrote it on the chart, and I left the chart in the back. And I worked on this on the way to town with my sister one Saturday, it was Saturday, to get her birthday ice cream. And I put in some of the present, and then we were at our house on a Monday night for dinner, and so I put in a few stitches while we waited for dinner to finish, and that's it. That's all the love Teddy got. It's really cute, and I really need to finish them. It's only September 2nd. It will get done. It will get done. I've done other stitching that is not ATCs and not actually whips. It is PAL gifts. So, I've gotten 4 stitched and finished, and I have a couple now. The new theme for International Cross Stitch Pen Pal, I think that's the name of the group, Facebook group, came out yesterday, and it's Ghost or Candy Corn with the challenge of stitching blackwork somewhere in the design. I don't usually worry about the challenge because, let's face it, I'm doing good to just get it done and shipped off in time. So I stitched a little frosted pumpkin freebie that I won from Mary Ashcraft probably at least a year ago, and I remembered to take a picture of the stitching. Forgot to take a picture of it finished. Sent some little goodies and the finished piece off to, I think it's California, wherever one of the Sarahs lives, for her birthday. Forgot a note, forgot to take a picture of the finished piece, but there's the stitching. And I did the same finish for Sarah R. Skip ahead. This is her August. I know. August is late, but she'll get it with September, and maybe I'll throw in some extra stuff. So here's the stitch. It was ladybugs, butterflies, or insects, I think, as the prompt. And I finished it the same way as the cupcake, which you only saw the stitching for. as a little tray. So the pattern for this is a spoonful of sugar for a spoonful of sugar designs. I'm trying to remember like that. It's just called the Charm Square Fabric Tray, I think. Super easy. The hardest part is centering the design when you cut the square and then sew the stitching around it for where it folds. But overall, very quick finish, as long as you don't forget the batting and have to redo it like I did. The butterfly that I used is from this magazine. Stony Creek Cross Stitch Winter 18. I don't think that's available anymore, but that's where it's from. So I did 2 of those, and then I stitched for Sarah L. I know this is going to be late too. I don't know what to do. A lot of Monday went to, oh no, the freezer's not working. What are we going to do? No one in town has a freezer. So, we're on the hunt for a freezer. You already know that. But I didn't get this finished like I wanted to. I did have it finished and ready to ship off this morning and completely forgot. So I'm going to include it in today's video and it'll go out tomorrow unless we end up going to town tonight. So here's Hello September. This is from a booklet that includes all 12 months. It's called Well Hello There by Hands On Design. And the buttons are my buttons. Probably the Jesse James. What are those called? Those cute little shape buttons that you used to be able to pick up at Ben Franklin's, and then they closed last year. So Joann's has them. Dress It Up. That's the name that they're under at Joann's, I think. Dress It Up buttons. And I think these are all from the same pack. I don't know. I just have I'll have to show it to you sometime, a container that has all my shaped buttons in it. It's really cute. And the top of the lid even looks like a button. It's adorable. It was on clearance at Michael's for $2, so how can you love it more? And then I did October as well. These are wood buttons. I think my mom gave me these. And I changed the colors. I just pick colors that match the buttons because I picked the buttons out last December, I think it was, when I decided I wanted to do this. And so I just hold this up to threads on my DMC card, hold this up to the threads on my DMC, and I pick shades. For this one, I picked shades that were too darker than the button. And I needed 3 colors, so I went with the aqua, yes, teal is dark, aqua, the green, and the brown. And then for here, this one I used the green, the brown, the orange, and then on the chart it called for this kind of dark wine color, and it paired really nicely, so I went ahead and used that. I didn't want a lot more brown because I've got a lot of brown right here, so I used the brown as the inner border. Went ahead and added some more green as the thicker outer border. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then lots of orange for pumpkins in October, Halloween. And actually, these 2 colors are where they were on the original, so that worked out really, really nicely. And I have the colors written down. I have them in a bag ready to write down before I put them away. So I will know what colors those are if anyone needs them. All right, while I was finishing, I went ahead and finished something for me that was in my Pink Book of Finishes. And I decided to finish this one because it was super quick and easy, and it's so cute. So this is Deck the Halls, I want to say. It's by Imaginating, and it came as a kit with red and green DMC and 14 count Ada probably, and I was like, I don't want to do it that big. I just want a little, like, 5x5 finish. So that's what I did. 5x5 finish. It's adorable. I did not know then what I know now. This was way back when I very first started. And this is like all back stitch. This is 28 count over 1, opalescent. It's adorable. I don't think I would recommend it. Will I be doing it again? No, I will not. But it's done, and it's super cute. And so I really wanted to finish this for me and have it done so that I could see it. And I usually stick it right back there in the corner. Not that you could see that this video, so I took it down. So I remember to show you. Yes. So I have one finish for myself. Yay me. Okay, what else have I been doing? Oh, I made a zipper pull, and I left it on the sewing machine. Oh well, I guess I'll show that to you next time. I did some dyeing. I got this wool felt, it's supposed to be 100% wool felt, from Joann's. You buy it by the yard. It's not a super wide yard, but think I ended up with a 36-inch square when I got a yard. So not a super wide card, but it came in this natural color. That was the only one they had, and I attempted to dye it. First piece I dyed, I did it in beet juice, like beets from the garden juice, right? It washed right out. I was shocked. I thought beets stained, right? How many thought beets? I thought beets stained. Looked like I had never dyed it. And when it was in the dye, you know, the colored liquid from the beets, it was, and I washed right out, and I almost cried. It was very sad. So I got my Ritz out, and I started mixing and dyeing, and we have this lovely green. This is equal parts Kelly green, taupe, and evening blue. Got some inspiration from Crafty Cottage Stitches. Is that the mom and daughter team that was dyeing? I was like, yeah, I need to do that. This is a little bit different, not a lot. Okay, you can see it there. This is teal and dark green, half and half. This was the thirds of Kelly green, taupe, and evening blue. So very different recipes, but they really go together, and I really like them. They're going to be great for finishing strawberries. Here we have a third green. This is 2 parts Kelly green with 1 part of evening blue. So yeah, I know I kind of went a little crazy with the greens, but I think it would be nice to have different greens. I mean, what color are the top of strawberries? Green. Usually green. I also thought, though, that for something with a beachy theme, or maybe Americana, it might be nice to have some kind of blue. So this is evening blue. And I need something kind of gray or silvery. I've mixed Pro Gray with taupe. There we go. That's much grayer. But the Crafty Cottage Stitchers were saying that Pro Gray by itself is very purpley. So I decided not to do the purple right now. And I mixed it with taupe like they had suggested. And it came out nice and gray. So the other one I went ahead and did was this lovely light yellow. And it's yellow. Imagine that, right? I think just plain yellow. Is there more than one yellow? The one I have is just called yellow. So lovely light yellow, and that gives me a few colors to work with. It seems like I also had a pink. What happened to my pink? Hold on just a second. I did, right here. Rose quartz. Boom. Rose quartz. Knew I did pink. Okay, I must not have decided to do the other pink. But there we go. Yes. For like Easter, I kind of wish I'd done a purple too, but oh well. We'll just work with the pink, the yellow, the blue for Easter. And sometimes this color reminds me of Blackbird designs. I don't know if that's true. I don't usually stitch Blackbird, but this kind of, I don't know, pinky, corally, just off pink. It's pink, but it's a little off. It reminds me of Blackbird designs. I don't know why. It just does. So I thought maybe if I did some of the Blackbird design berries, which I left out right here. See? The like pinky colors? It might need a little tea dye or something, but definitely reminds me of Blackbird designs. And then I did, what did I do? I wrote these down. I did 2 different counts of Ada. This one got a little bit too close to the pink. I don't know how or when, but it did. This one is Pearl Gray and Taupe, so that's how the Ada dyes. And I lost the wool. What happened to this? That needs re-dyed. See this? Yeah, that needs re-dyed. Okay. I've got pinks, probably in different amounts of time for the light and the dark. Aha! This is the one that reminds me of Blackbird designs right here. This one was a combination of rose quartz and wine. Yes. Okay. I'm a little crazy, but not. I just don't remember what I did. Just don't remember. And then I dyed some yellow fabric. I was going for like a buttercream frosting yellow fabric. And then I forgot and I left it in the dye while we ate dinner. And when I was done, I had like neon yellow fabric. And I went, whoa, I am never going to use that. So I had this dye finished. This also dyed during dinner, but I intended for this one to dye during dinner. So I dipped it in that dye, and look what we come out with. It's like a pink lemonade thing. It is so cool. I didn't take time to search this, so just excuse those. It is really, really cool. I don't know how well you can see that, but so cool. And I had two pieces, right? One was a 14 count, one was an 18 count. So I threw this one in too, and I was like, yeah, that's still pretty bright. You can see some spots of yellow. I'm okay with it now. If it looks more purpley, that's because I also dipped it in purple. And when I mean dipped it, I mean like put it in, took it out, rinsed it. It was done. That fast. So these are different. This obviously has some purple in it, and this one only got dipped in the pink. These are so cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, and yeah, I know one is a 14 count, but they're just too cool. And then I tried that minty green recipe that Crafty Cottage Stitches does. It's a mint green. And I did some half teal, half teal, half aqua. Not some. It's half and half. And I've already sent a piece of this off as a gift. So there we go. That's one of Sarah's favorites. Because it's gorgeous. And it's great for swimming and sky and all the things. All the things. Okay. Too much talking. 40 minutes. What am I doing? Catching up on 3 weeks. That's what I'm doing. I've gotten a little mail in. I have a piece of mail that is coming in a Stony Creek order, which I just placed because I couldn't think of anything I needed through August. So finally I just ordered the freebies because I have the other two. Frankenstein and a bat or something, and it's a little trio of Halloween characters, and so I thought they would be lovely to give away, but it's not here yet, so hopefully it'll be here next time. I can do a giveaway with those. This did come. I don't know how long it's been since I ordered this, but it is quite Craft Life, which that's upside down, and it's adorable. So there is a little section on cross stitch in here, and there's also a little section for embroidery. Right here. Counted cross stitch. And I would like to do, since I have it, and I'm a few cards behind still, I want to do these guys. Wouldn't they be the cutest little cards? They would. And, well, what's the other one I was thinking of doing as an ATC? Oh, I thought this little acorn guy would be really cute. Because we're definitely feeling fall weather. This week is warmer. Yeah, like 40 to 60. But a couple weeks before that were just rain. It was really annoying. And fairly cool and just felt like fall. The trees are starting to turn. Some of them are branches of yellow. They're not evenly turning yellow, but they'll have a branch of yellow. At least they're not all yellow. I remember, I don't remember how many years ago it was, but I do remember everything turning from green to all yellow, or like a gold color. We don't have reds. It's basically green and gold, and it happened in like 2 weeks. They started dropping leaves. That is too fast. So they're not dropping yet. At least I don't think so. I haven't gone outside today, but I don't think they're dropping, but they are starting to turn gold. Grabbed these Mom put in an order at that quarter shop, so I added this to her order. I would have used them the day before they came in. Now I forget I have them. But I really want to try these. So these are the line keepers from Fat Quarter Shop. This is the pretty sunflower one, not the black practical one, which I would usually get, but I didn't need that big of a pack, so I just got the cute small one. Ordered from Requesticom. She did not have the hummingbird chart that I ordered, so she said, "Is there another one you would like?" I said, "How about the butterflies?" So she sent me the butterflies. And I don't think she has the hummingbirds in her shop yet again, but one day I will probably get that one. These are more than I usually pay for a chart, but it's so pretty. I love how it has purple in it. That's probably what happened. Alright, I picked up thread organizers. I can't order from her without ordering these beautiful wood thread organizers. So there's a fox, eagle with a deer in it, a cute little cow. I almost called him a moose. Oh, goodness, that was embarrassing. The owl, because he's like $7 and he's 20 holes. This one is also 20 holes, but it's like $4. These are plywood. They're a great quality. These are like hardwood. So they're like $15. I grabbed a little piece of fabric to get me to free shipping. And when it came in, I realized how little a piece it was. So if you've got any great ideas for stitching on this, I'm thinking something like silhouette. I thought it was going to be about twice this big. Clearly I'm not as good at centimeters as I thought I was. Oops. But it's pretty. It's really pretty. This is so cute. I ordered because she had stuff 20 and 30% off. And this is just adorable, and it was in stock at the same time as everything else, and so I don't know why it's so cute. It's just so cute. It should be stitched on blue. Like a gray blue. But it's so cute. This one, if you love this one, I'm sorry she hasn't had this one in stock since I ordered it. It makes this blue ornament. I just looked at the fabric. The fabric almost looks black. But what a fun finish, right? I can't wait. Beads and blackwork is what it looks like. I can't read that, so there we go. We'll just call it bead and blackwork ornament. Then the other thing I ordered was from Cobweb Corner. She did one of her auctions in her Facebook group, and I was kind of insistent on one of the listings. It was during the retreat, during a stitching challenge, and everything else had ended, and so it was like this 10-minute thing. As long as it got bid on in that 10-minute window, the bidding stayed open another 10 minutes, and then, you know, it had to go for 10 minutes without being bid on to close. So I was a little sidetracked during one of the stitching challenges because she put all 4 of these designs in one listing, one auction, and I wanted all 4 of them. I thought they would be like these 2 together, and then these 2 clock ones together. I have a plan for these. Oh no, they were together, all of them together. So I ended up paying about $12 for the 4, which is not bad. So we've got Time to Stitch. Who are these by? Needlework Press. I think these are all new too. Christmas Time, which I really dislike on the red fabric. When this gets stitched, you will not see it on red fabric. I do not like it. But design. The design is what's important. So not be on red fabric is going to be an easy change. Then we've got Life is a Beach. I've got to stitch this for Sarah. She already knows. It's a Queenstown sampler design. Life is a Beach. Watch out for the crabs. Yeah, I'll have to stitch that for her. That is hilarious. I'm not sure how big it is. Backstitch the Crab Eyes. Copyright 2012. Well, she'll have another birthday next year. Live by Grace. It is a little tricky reading backwards, isn't it? Bend my big toe. I have another, Exodus 2015. Yeah, another verse chart by them, and it's the Jeremiah 29:11, I think. And they're just, I really like them. They're kind of simple and just really nice. So, it says 425 at Stitches and Things. Copyright 2006. So none of these are like super new, but I love them all. I have a plan for them all. And then this one I'd already won. So adding shipping for these guys was only another 50 cents. So I needed to get them because I was already committed to this, which is the charts and all the finishing instructions. So, Study in Blue by Sue Hillis. It's amazing. I can't wait to have time for this. When I will have time for this, I don't know. But I love this pincushion in a hoop finish. So, so cool. And of course, she shows you how to do the round finish and around an item. So, perimeter of an item. There's a little reference back here for the widths of floss. And the one that's not shown on the front is the fob, which isn't super impressive, but the finishing instructions will be great. I mean, that's the front right there. They put a button on it. So not super impressive, but all the finishing is there for everything. And this was $10. So, yes please. I went ahead and snatched that up because on the front it says stitches and things, $20.50. So, that's what gets added to the collection. That's what I stitched on. That's what I've dyed. That's what I've stitched for others. That's how the retreat went. Oh, I do have things coming from the retreat. Do you want to know what I won at the retreat? If you don't, thanks for coming. You do. I won a digital dive, I won a stash dive, and I won the first bingo game. So that was kind of nice, winning the first bingo game, because then I just uploaded my card, got the point for it, and then let them play their bingo game and did other things. Didn't even have it on in the background, just did other things. So that was nice to have a break, because of course I participated in everything. All right, so digital dive. I won a Luke's needle minder, a Lady Dot Rick Rack that I didn't write the color of, a floss called Black Coffee, an overdyed. So if you know what brand it is, that's probably the one. It's called Black Coffee. Other floss that is no longer available. Carrie's Creation. I wrote this down a long time ago. It's no longer available, so I just wrote floss. I got some charts. One's called Harvest Time. One is The Witch's Brew. There's a Little House Needleworks chart that I went back and looked up and forgot to update my paper on. There's something called Pumpkin Palooza that comes with a finishing kit. And then some 16 count Aida in the color Pumpkin. For the stash dive, I won a project bag that is Gilmore Girls themed and has Luke's all over the inside. The like logo. Some purple silk. I think that's the same brand that's like no longer available. A fish needle minder. That will be a giveaway. Some Cafe au lait 16 count Aida. A Coffee Addict chart. That's by Alexandra Adelaide. Almost positive. And a Quaker Dwelling by Kathy Barrick. It doesn't say that.